James, how you doing?
How you feel, Joe?
Good, thank you. How you been?
Fantastic.
You're having an exciting life, James.
Turn it down a little bit. The music. Yes.
Okay, you all set?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Back in Georgia, who was it that you were listening to? Who did you want to be when you grew up?
Louis Jordan.
And that was the influence. Where did you get to hear him? Radio? Or did you ever get to see him? What?
Movies.
In movies?
Yeah.
And that was what a young kid in Macon could look for to as success?
In Augusta, yes.
In Macon and Augusta. And where did you think you were going to get to? Did you think you were going to be in movies like him, or what did you want to do?
I want to sing and be in movies.
And
play the organ.
And play the organ as well? Were you a church guy?
Yes.
Yeah. And when
I'm a member of St. Peter Baptist Church.
You did what?
I'm a member of St. Peter Baptist Church.
And were you did you sing in choirs or things like that?
Oh yes.
And what kind of problems was there for a young black man there as opposed to anybody?
Black man, I'm colorblind to that now.
Well, I mean, what were they colorblind back then?
No.
No. And what kind of problems did you run into when you were trying to get started?
Well, I was called everything and taken advantage of, but I overlooked that.
Who did you get started with first, James?
Mr. Clint Brantley.
And how did that happen?
I came from Decorah, Georgia with Mr. Barry Tremere, Tremere.
Right. And what did you do? Sing, play, what? Play organ?
And dance.
And dance?
Yeah.
Had you ever taken any lessons?
Oh, no.
Never. And was there a big music community in Macon when you were growing up?
Oh, yes.
Was that Little Richard, too? Did you know him?
Yes.
Was he older? Older, younger, what?
He's a little older than me.
Yeah. How about the early days? When did you feel that you really had it made, that you were going to make it on your own?
I never got it made.
No?
No one has it made.
Well, but when did you figure you could break away from this band and get on your own?
Well, when the Flames left.
When who left?
The Famous Flames.
Oh, the Famous Flames. And then what were you faced with then? What did you have to do then?
Put my band together.
And how did you have money? Did you have anything?
No. Everybody wanted to work, so we started playing music.
And did you get a record contract? How did that happen?
With Sid Nathan.
Yeah, and how did that happen?
I recorded a last tape, started playing on the air, and they called me to record. I was in Tampa, Florida, so we went and recorded.
And do you recall what it felt like to hear that record on the radio?
Oh, it felt good. God had blessed me. God had smiled on me.
And smiled on you. Did you have hits right off the bat?
Oh, yes. Me, and then I started recording different people like Reverend Al Sharpton, Baby Lloyd, Maysville Parker, Fred Wesley, JB's.
How about getting
Paris?
Did you get paid? Did you get ripped off? How did you feel about that?
They took a lot of my money, but I can't do nothing about that.
No. Did you know it then?
Huh?
Did you know what was happening?
No, I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah. And you have always been a guy that's worked a lot. How did that come about?
Well, you want to work, because that's the only way you're going to make any money.
And how about the level of energy that you've had to expend on your shows?
Well, I just have to work hard, Sweat.
Are there some nights that it's a lot tougher than others?
Yeah, hold 1 minute.
Yep.
E28 IROC. Showdown.
Back on track here? Hello?
Yes.
All set?
Yes.
All right.
You help me.
Whatever you want, one last time.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, James, I'm hearing some voices in the background there.
That's television.
Right. James, what about expectations? People really expect a lot out of you all the time. Is that a problem?
No. I don't even know how I feel.
You know, when you give yourself a name, when you're called the Godfather of soul, that leads to expectations. Is it tough to live up to that?
Yes, it is.
And so how do you deal with it?
Well, I just pray to God and work it, live each day at a time.
Are you still out there working as much?
Yes. I have a lot of people praying for me.
Well, I know they're praying for you, but every night the crowds, what do they want to hear? They want to hear Papa's got a brand new bag. What are they looking for, the old songs?
Hold 1 minute.
Go ahead. James, I just got a couple more minutes if I can get your attention here.
Okay.
What has anybody come along that could be the next Godfather of Soul that you've heard?
No.
Why not?
Just 1 minute.
So. There's just one.
Well, I know that. I was just saying, is there somebody that one day can come along and be?
There's nobody capable of coming along to be him.
Who am I talking to right now?
One of his personal friends.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, can I finish this with him at the moment?
Yes. Just.
James?
Yes.
Okay. If there's not going to be a Godfather of Soul, who have you heard in the last 10 years that might be a candidate one day? There won't be another Godfather of Soul. We buy that one. But is there somebody? Are there young musicians coming along that have that same kind of feel at all?
Only myself and Sinatra.
Which one?
Only myself and Sinatra.
Seven Sinatra?
Only myself and Sinatra.
Oh, you only yourself and Sinatra.
Right.
And no one else that's come along. Why is that? Why can't you get young kids with that same kind of feel?
That's God's business.
Only God.
Yes.
And it's not good times and big contracts or things like that?
Oh, no.
Not that at all.
No.
And nobody can come along. Any great moments that you really treasure? Is it doing some movies or any great shows that stand out in your mind, James?
Well, sitting down with Mr. Reagan
Right.
and entertaining the Vietnam War veterans.
And when was that?
About 6 months ago.
No kidding. And that was a top thing. And are you still out on a schedule like you used to be?
Oh, yes.
How about who have you produced that you're proud of?
John Marshall and Buzz Clifford.
And they're the new ones you got, huh?
Yes.
And where are their
Her
records?
name's Judy.
And
I
what?
put a record out on Judy.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
How do you manage to?
Rock Tonight.
How do you manage to do it all? To work, to be a performer, to be a producer, to be a businessman. How do you manage to handle all that?
That's God's business.
Well, but somewhere James fits into it too, doesn't he?
No, God's business.
God's business?
That's right.
And the energy level keeps going?
God's business.
What do you want to do next, James?
Keep on living.
And anything else? Any mountains to climb?
Only what God tell me.
And have you ever thought about doing some things like Al Green does, some religious kind of records?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done any?
Yes.
You have, huh?
God has smiled on me.
Yeah, well, you got another big hit record out again right now. Is it still as much a kick as it used to be?
Better.
It is. Why?
Because each day is a better day.
Well, you're a very up guy there, James.
Thank you very much.
And I appreciate you talking to me today.
And I appreciate you talking to me.
Take care of yourself.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.